Joining us now is Congressman Curbelo, Florida Republican. Sir, you came up with this plan, but the plan doesn't mention the wall. It mentions border security. Why did you let the wall out? Why did you leave the wall, the word, the wall? Why did you leave it out?
Stuart, good morning from Miami. And what we're proposing is a full-on debate on the House floor from very conservative legislation, which does include border security, including physical barriers, the wall, whatever people want to call it, to other bills that are simply focused on giving young immigrants brought to the country as children a way to remain in the country for the rest of their lives. We know that there's strong support in the country for increased border security and for protecting the victims of the immigration system, these young immigrants who came to this country through no fault of their own and who are contributing to our country. We want the Congress to act. For many years, Congress has reacted or responded to challenges from presidents, from Bush to Obama to Trump, with inaction, with paralysis. And what we're trying to force here is for the House to actually act and to meet this challenge from President Trump last year, who asked Congress to come up with a bipartisan solution.
Congressman, I am told that your bill is just, what, 2 Republicans shy of passage? Is that accurate?
So what we filed is a discharge petition, which would actually allow bills to come to the floor, in this case 4 bills, 1 very conservative bill, 1 Democratic-leaning bill, a bipartisan bill, and then 1 bill of the Speaker's choosing. All of these bills will be debated, they'll all be voted, and the one that has a majority and the most votes would then pass the House, and the Senate could theoretically take it up. So there's not one specific bill that we're trying to impose on the House. What we're trying to facilitate is this debate. And so far, Republican leadership has responded by encouraging a negotiation, a discussion among House Republicans that could lead to compromise legislation. And we may not need this discharge petition process, but in the meantime, we're continuing to pursue it, because what we will not accept is congressional inaction, which is what we have gotten for over a decade on immigration.
What you may do here is flush out the Democrats. Where do they really stand? Do they want a deal of any kind on DACA? That's what you're going to find out. Not so much whether the Republicans get a majority to pass it. No, you're going to find out whether the Democrats really want to deal with DACA, aren't you?
And that is a fair point, Stuart, because many on the left, not all, but many over the years have purposely avoided solving this DACA issue, the Dreamer issue, because they view it as a valuable political instrument to use in the fall of even-numbered years. So, yes, this is going to require everyone to be honest, to be sincere, and to show whether or not they're willing to give these young people a way forward in this country. I really believe they deserve it. They've earned it, especially those that are working and paying taxes here and have gone to college and gotten degrees. So, yes, this will show where everyone really stands, and that's another reason why we want to force this debate.
Got it. Congressman Curbelo, look, thanks very much for joining us, sir. Please keep us informed on how this thing's going, because that's a very important deal you got there. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We will. Thank you, Stuart.